What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Math with Abel. In this lesson, we're going to be learning how to solve and graph exponential functions. Let's go. So the equation that we're going to be using today, guys, is going to be f of x equals 1/3 x minus 2. So we know the base is less than 1, and the transformation x minus 2 means the graph is going to be shifted 2 units to the right on the x-axis because of this over here. And we know that the negative means it's going to go to the right. I'm going to explain this, or how to get your points and graph it, in pretty much like 4 different steps. So the first step, you're going to want to understand the base function. In this step, you will need to identify the parental function. And then, so the parental function is going to be f of x equals 1/3. So that's going to be the parental exponential function right there. And then since the base is 1/3, which is less than 1, it is going to be decreasing exponential. So step 2, the transformation x minus 2, like I said before, means the graph is going to be shifted 2 units to the right along the x-axis. So we're going to want to identify the transformation, which is right here, x minus 2. And then step 3, we're going to get a table of values, and we're going to use these 5 different numbers. So we're going to use 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to show you how to get your points to then later graph your exponential function. So first, you're going to want to substitute the x for 0. So it's going to be f of 0 equals 1/3. So we're going to substitute the x for the 0 like I said before. So it's going to be 0 minus 2. So 0 minus 2 is obviously -2. So we're going to go 1/3 over -2. And we know 1/3 to the -2nd power is going to equal 9. So this is going to equal 9 right here. So now we're going to keep doing this over and over with these 5 numbers. So we're going to do f of 1 equals 1/3 1 minus 2. So that is going to equal -1. So we're going to go 1/3 -1. So we know 1/3 to the -1 power is going to be 3. So we're going to go f of 2 equals 1/3 2 minus 2. So we know that's going to be 0. So 1/3 to the 0 power is, so 1/3 to the 0 power is going to be 1/3, because anything times itself is still going to be itself, or it's going to be 1. Anything times itself is 1 in this case. And then we're going to do f of 3 equals 1/3 3 minus 2 equals, so 1/3 -1. It's going to be, this is going to equal, oh, I'm sorry, it's not -1, it's 3 minus 2. So 3 minus 2 is 1. So 3 minus 2 is 1. So 1 over 3 times 1 over 3 is going to be, obviously, 1 over 3. So now we're going to do f of 4 equals 1 over 3, 4 minus 2 equals, so 4 minus 2 equals 2, so it's going to be 1 over 3. 4 minus 2 is 2. So 1 over 3 squared is going to be 1 over 9. So now that we got that, we're going to have our points. So we're going to use all these numbers, and then what we got out of it to be our points. So this first point's going to be 0, 9. Second one's going to be 1, 3. This one's going to be 2, 1. This one's going to be 3 and 1/3. And this one's going to be 4 and 1/9. So now we're going to want to plot the exponential, or the parental exponential function. So now we're going to plot it. Let's see. So our first point is going to be 0, 9. So 0, 9. And then our second point is going to be 1, 3. Our third point is going to be 2, 1. And then our third point is going to be 3 and 1/3. 3 and 1/3. And then our last point is going to be 4 and 1/9. So this is going to be our new graph right here. So that's going to be our new graph. But let me show you the graph that it was before, so you can kind of get a visual how it was, how we shifted it to the right. So the first one, so this is going to be our first graph, our original graph. It's going to be, so we're basically just going to move it 2 points to the left every time. So this one's going to be -1, 3. And then 0, 1. And then 1 and 1/3. And then 2 and 1/9. So this was our graph before we did the exponential function. So there you go, guys. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Math with Abel, learning how to solve and graph exponential functions. If you like what you see, subscribe, hit the bell for post notifications. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.